Hey, this is Daniel Norton. I'm here in my studio in New York City with Erica.
Hi guys.
And today I'm going to talk a little bit about ratios, because people often ask, well, what ratio are you using for this? 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 12? Those are common ratios, I think. No, we're not really going to go over that, because I honestly feel, and I say this a lot, you got to kind of just adjust things till it looks right. But I want to talk about kind of using your hair light, your key light, and your background light at different power settings to change the vibe, which is basically changing the ratio of your light. So it's a pretty simple 3-point lighting setup here. I've got the Profoto 2x3 softbox as the key. Behind us we have the Profoto 1x3 as kind of a backlight. And then on the ground here, I've got a Profoto A1 just shooting at the wall, which is going to be our background light. I shouldn't say backlight, because when you say backlight, it confuses people. I'll say hair light, separation light, kicker light. How many things can we call it? Okay, so this is the basic setup. Right now I have it exactly as you would expect, with our key light giving the most light, kind of the primary. Our hair light is a little bit over that to bring out some highlights in our hair, and our background light is lighting up the background, so it'll be white. So here we go. Take a look. Perfecto. And good. All right, so beautiful. We've got kind of your classic portrait light, right? We've got beautiful light across her face with some nice soft shadow fall off. Her hair is picking up just beautiful highlights here from our hair light. And of course the background is white, as you would expect, because it is a white wall. And there you go, right? This is good. We could shoot a couple like this, because, you know, why not? Let me change my focus spot here. Okay, good. Beautiful, beautiful, good. Oops, a little double tap. Good. Right, good. Nice. So essentially the way I'm set up right now is my key light, or my softbox, is set on exposure, right? So I'm shooting f8 at 200th of a second. So this is set up, if you were to meter it, to be f8. My hair light is about 2 stops over in this case. Sometimes you'll want it under, sometimes you'll want it the same. It depends on the person and how you want their hair to look, right? And the background light is actually about 2 stops over as well, to give us a super white background as opposed to just a regular white background. All right, so that looks good. But if, let's say we just want to quickly add drama, I can either turn up or down or off, as I will in this case, our background light. Now, we're going to go with like a more of a grayish dark background, right? Right, and we can see how that immediately changes our look. Beautiful, like that. Good. Oops, sorry. Good. 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 Beautiful, right? And what's interesting here is that when you look at this, it definitely picks up, you know, you see nothing there. When you do this, it definitely shows the hair light. It actually almost seems brighter. That's because it just, compared to the background, it's brighter. So it definitely gives more of that kind of, that 3-dimensional vibe, where here you can barely pick it up at all because the background light's on. So it's 2 different looks, very simple. But what we can also do is we can kind of change our lights. We can make our hair light our key, in a sense, by having our turn to like a profile, right? And for this, what I'm going to do is, because that light's overexposed and it's going to be too bright on her face now, I'm actually going to adjust my camera. I'm going to go to f11. And what this will actually do is make the back hair light, separation light, on exposure, right? And the key light, what was the key light actually, will now become a fill light at 2 stops under. So this is our shadow over here, right? And now we have a very dramatic shot. So let's see what that looks like. We'll shoot a few like that. Good. Beautiful. One more. Good. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful, just like that, right? And we can kind of bring that around, just get this kind of, actually work your shoulder this way so much, the other way, so I get less light on your chest. There we go. Bring your face this way, shoulders, and then face. Perfect. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. So we look at these, right, and we're basically looking at this kind of moody, I like that. Yeah, this is like extra moody. You got moody, then you got extra moody. Yeah, so we got that. So let's show what we got here. We got that, and then we've got moody, but with some wah-bah, right? And then we've got clean, right? And all we're really doing is changing kind of the way the camera is sucking in the light that we're throwing, right? We haven't actually changed, well, except for turning the background light off, we haven't changed any power settings on the lights either. We're only doing the camera. Let me just, this is probably not gonna look as good. Why not end with a bad one, right? That's okay. So let's do the profile thing, but with a white background. Because I feel like it's probably not the right vibe for it, but you know what? We're here and it's easy, so the white background's back up. Yeah, it just doesn't have that, right? So not every combination is gonna work. We gotta figure out what the right ones are for our subject and what we're shooting. So let's go all the ways back on to where we were. So I'm gonna actually, everything's on now, so I'm gonna go back down to F8, and we're gonna work towards the key light again, and we're gonna end with a nice LinkedIn profile. Good, good, good. Beautiful, nice, oops. Yeah, one more. Beautiful like that, boom, boom, boom. Good, beautiful. Nice and simple, right? Easy as that. So really what you gotta think about when you're setting this stuff up, I like to make my trip across the stage every time, is you gotta think, what is the mood I'm trying to convey, right? Because you can do a lot with 3-point lighting, and you've probably seen many videos where their lights are in different positions and people are laying them out in different ways. Thinking about when light hits a subject, how it feels and how that creates a different vibe, and that's what we're doing. We're either darker with some flare from the back, gives some mood. The wide and open makes it more friendly and inviting, and those things are gonna be what you're shooting for when you're trying to figure out what ratio you wanna put the lights at. So I will put Erica's information in the description. So you can follow her. Follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV and ring the bell. And I'll see you next time on set.